Hello lovelies, how are all my Aussie peeps surviving this lovely heat wave? Although I heard there's snow in some places, so go figure that one out. Anyway, I'm in front of the fan, so if you hear that lovely sound, forgive me, but it's just too hot. So, I have been scrapbooking a little bit this past few weeks, and I have been using the Field Trip collection. It's an older collection, but I love the dinosaurs in it. I have a dinosaur lover, and I just really wanted to use this Field Trip collection. I wish I had all of it. I get the feeling I'm missing a few bits and pieces. So yeah. Anyway, this is from earlier in the year. Back in January, he went to Australia Zoo with his support worker. They had a fantastic day, and of course, he found some dinosaur digs, and then this really cool picture of him and the dinosaur. So you will see that I fluff around a lot with my photo layout situation. I really wanted to put all three of these on the same page because I was trying to get creative, because I am usually a 1 to 2 photo scrapper, and they're always the same size. So I was trying to get creative. It didn't work. I end up just scrapping the 2 from the dinosaur dig. But in the end, I felt it really went with this bones paper. So yeah, I have the other photo ready to go, ready to scrap with the same collection. So I'll do that soon, and yeah, they'll be in my album. So this is where I fluff around a bit. I really wanted to make it work, but yeah, I couldn't do it. I don't know. I struggled big time. So I have recently been scrapping a lot with pattern paper. I've gone away from mixed media a little bit for the time being, mostly because I'm very unsatisfied with all my mixed media attempts. But I have been getting back into my art journal, rediscovering some of my techniques, my mediums, so hopefully we will see the return of some mixed media scrapping very soon. But for now, I am having a lot of fun using some of my many pattern paper collections. Like I said, I buy collections a lot. I have a lot of collections, boy collections especially. So yeah, I want to use them all. So I store them in 12 by 12 Ziploc bags. I keep the entire collection together. So then I will go into my stash, pull the collection out, and then that is what I will use to scrap a page, which is exactly what I've done here. I have the paper pad, the smaller paper pad, and some of the die cut bits and pieces. So I've kept it all together. I've gone through the paper pad, the 12 by 12 paper pad, put out some papers that I liked. Of course, the dinosaur bones, and then I wanted to frame it on top and below just to bring a bit of colour in. So I just cut off, I think it's about 1 inch from this awesome pattern paper, and then I'm just going to tuck that under the top and bottom. I have used a distress tool to distress the edges of the dinosaur paper, and then I'm going to work on matting my photos. Again, you'll see I try very hard to make it work. I mat the 4x6 photo on a piece that I find out of the smaller paper pad. It's not a 6x8 paper pad. It's not a 6x6 paper pad. I think it is 6x8 actually, but they call it something strange in the American Craft Chamel collection. I think it's like a notepad. I don't know. You might have seen it at the beginning, but yeah, so I've just pulled some of the pieces out, and I'm going to mat the 4x6 photo on a piece that matches the colors of my triangles. It's a very leafy piece. It is still matted on that, so I'm going to use that as my basis for my next 12x12 layout when I go to scrap it. See what I mean? I struggle big time. I was adamant. I wanted this to work. I tried so hard to make it work. I give up. First, I'm going to mat the photo. I thought I had settled on a layout. I was so wrong. But this is the paper that I loved. I love this paper. So I trim it down a little bit. I did give it a thicker border because I liked the paper so much. But yeah, in the end, I give up, and I decide to just go with the 2 photos from the dinosaur dig. So Cooper is a big dinosaur fan, and he loves any kind of dinosaur dig he can find. I actually just scrapped another photo last night from late last year with the same collection, and it's a picture from the museum in Sydney. They had a big dinosaur exhibit, and so yeah, I have scrapped 3 photos with this collection while it's been out, and I'm looking forward to sharing them all with you, so that'll be fun. Yeah, this is where I give up. I just decide to go with the 2 dinosaur dig photos. So this was a great collection. So this is the Chamel Field Trip collection, and it's not just dinosaurs, it's outer space, sciencey stuff. It's all really cool. But I have used all of the dinosaur bits and pieces that I could. I love this dinosaur bones paper. It's actually what I used on the layout I did last night, but that's because Cooper has his head inside a T-Rex's skull, so it kind of was very fitting. So when I show you that one next, you will understand. But yes, I do love this paper, and it's just it's so fitting. So I've put my photos together. These are 2 3x4 photos. I put them together, and I'm going to mat them on this piece from the 6x8 paper pad. I'm going to keep this "You Are Awesome," or is it "Rawsome"? What does it say? I can't remember. "Hear Me Roar," sorry. I thought it was "Rawsome" because it was going to be a title. But anyway, no, "Hear Me Roar," because I had every intention to keep that for another layout. And so I'm just using this paper to mat my photos, and then the layout comes together really quickly after that, because once I finally settle on a layout, it just comes together so easy. It embellishes really, really easily. Using the die cut pieces, yeah, it was so simple to put this together once I finally decided on a layout. So I'm just going to trim that down, and then voila, I have my photos ready to go. I love the color of this leafy. These are the offcuts from when I matted the 4x6 photo. So I decided to bring them in just to bring some more color and a few more layers to my photo matting. I've been getting really bored with the way I mat photos and the way I scrap, basically. It's very boring to me. It's just one layer, plonk it down, done. I love the layouts I see where there's such beautiful layers and all sorts of texture behind photos. So I'm really trying to step out of my comfort zone and up my game a bit and do a bit of that. But, you know, baby steps, baby steps. So I'm just adding some strips of this in, top and bottom, just to give it some color, give it another layer. And yeah, I really like how it looked. And, you know, I had the offcuts there, so it worked out quite well. Then I'm going to go through all the bits and pieces, the little die cuts, and I'm going to embellish my page. So I don't actually end up with a title out of figures for this page. I use one of the die cuts as a title, and you will see when I find that. Yeah, it was a fun layout to do. I'm out of practice with scrapbooking. It's been a while. I'm definitely out of practice when it comes to pattern paper, but you know, I'm getting there. I'm really starting to enjoy using up all the collections that I have been hoarding and buying and not using. You know, I see all the fabulous inspiration online, and I really need to get that collection out and use it. So having the field trip collection out on my desk has been a lot of fun, because I've done 3 layouts in the past 2 weeks using this collection, and that's what I really want. I want to use my things. I want to use my collections. So these are the die cuts that I'm going through. I'm just pulling out all the dinosaur themed ones and then deciding what will work best. I liked this little Triceratops little head there. In the end, I find a T-Rex head, which probably would have been better on last night's layout, but hey, you know, Cooper's favorite dinosaur is a T-Rex. Here is where I was so smart. I wanted it to face a certain way, but the way I picked it up, I'm like, oh, it's pointing in the wrong direction. Just turn it over. So it's the same back and front. Yeah, I spaced out a little bit there. I'm like, oh, look, I can turn it over. So that was my little brainwave moment. But I'm just building a cluster using some of those palm leaves, putting this dinosaur bone head on top, because as you can see in the photos, you know when you go to like a kid's playground and they have like the fossil digs, it's one of those. So he's digging up some kind of dinosaur, and I just thought it would work really well. So we've got the leaves, we've got we've got the dinosaur head, and then I'm going to put another leaf in the middle there, and then this is what is going to be my title. This is a die cut that says "This Rocks," and I just thought it went really well. You know, it's like it's a dinosaur dig rocks. Anyway, that's how my brain worked. But yeah, I just thought it went quite nicely, so I decided to put it right in the middle there because I liked that. And then I thought, oh, let's embellish a bit more up here too. found another leaf and put it up there. So yeah, like I said, I'm out of practice when it comes to pattern paper. With mixed media, I find it easier to embellish, or, you know, not need to embellish as much. So embellishing with die cuts and, you know, embellishments is something I haven't done a lot of in the past, but like I said, you know, working on that. And yeah, I really do love how this turned out. I love my little clusters. I love where my title is. And then I'm going in, because I can't help myself, just with some little sprinkles. So these are just some little enamel dot type things that I have. I have a whole container on my desk, so I just pulled out colours that work, plonked it in a few bits and pieces, and that's it. So in the photo is a little bit crooked because I had such a problem taking a photo of it last night, but you get the gist of it. Yes, it's crooked, but it's not like that in real life. Everything is all nice and straight, all as straight as it can be. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.